him. But he seems to brace himself up to display all of the divine energy and almighty omnipotence to accomplish his purpose, to carry out his plan, and make Jesus the king of a chosen company. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. What Churchin is referring to, he's referring to in the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, he's referring to the book of Isaiah chapter 9:7, where God says, of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his throne, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. So what we see here, and what Spurgeon is highlighting, is that not only does God possess a zeal, but what Spurgeon is so enamored by is the fact that the zeal of the Lord is actually the power that regenerated us into Christians, that reformed us into new creations in Christ. We were born again by the zeal of the Lord. As Spurgeon is trying to point out, it was the zeal of the Lord that moved him to come and save us and to be an offering and a blood atonement on the cross. So we are now children of the zeal of the Lord. So if we go back to Revelation and we look at Christ analyzing the church, beloved, again, Revelation is Jesus speaking to the church. He's not speaking to the world. Jesus has had some time to watch the church, to analyze the church. In Revelation, Jesus has observed the church. And he has saw the different heresies develop. He has saw the different fightings within the church. He has saw false heretics come up with their own doctrines in the church. So as Jesus has observed this, as Christ has observed this, he is now pronouncing a mandate against the church. He is now sending his assessment of the church, if you will. And he is saying again in Revelation 3:16, because I'll use the King James Version. It's a trusty version. So then, because you are lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spit you out of my mouth. So the requirement here is that you be hot, zealous, enthusiastic, burning for the Lord, on fire. And the question might return back, why? Well, it was the zeal of the Lord that saved you and I. It was the zeal of the Lord that accomplished the work of regeneration. So we have been placed inside a zealous body. A zealous body cannot tolerate cold or lukewarmness. And eventually, he will spew you out. If you don't like this, perhaps you might want to develop some zeal for the Lord. Perhaps you might want to get a greater love for God. Love him and not the world, so that the love of the Father may be in you. Because he says, if anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in them. Perhaps the love of the world quenches the zeal for the Father in you. Meditate on this, beloved. As always, I love you. I'm just here to report scriptures and perspectives that you're not hearing. You probably won't hear. So the burden's on me. God bless you.